Now we are going to discuss about the hypothalamic hormones and the pituitary hormones. Hypothalamic hormone means the hormone that are secreted from the hypothalamus regions. Okay, 9 hormones are secreted from hypothalamus. And pituitary hormones mainly from the anterior pituitary. Anterior pituitary means adenohypophysis. From here 6 hormones are secreted, and from the pars intermedia another one is secreted. Okay, and from the posterior pituitary also 2 hormones are secreted, but later we will discuss about these 2 hormones. Today just we will discuss this 6 plus 1, that is 7 hormones, and how these hypothalamic hormones and the pituitary hormones are interconnected, that we also discuss today. Okay, so let's start. First, among the hypothalamic hormone, first one is the GHRH hormone and GHIH hormone. And from the anterior pituitary hormone, first we discuss the growth hormone. From the anterior pituitary, okay, there are some specific cells which is called somatotropes. What it is named? In the previous class we have already discussed somatotropes. Okay, somatotrope cells are present in the anterior pituitary, and from this anterior pituitary portion, growth hormone or GH hormone or STH hormone, full form somatotropic hormone, or that is somatotropin. From anterior pituitary, growth hormone or somatotropic hormone is released. That is GH or STH. Okay, but the secretion of GH or STH from anterior pituitary is controlled by or regulated by these 2 hormones, these 2 hypothalamic hormones. Okay, first GHRH hormone, growth hormone releasing hormone. Okay, it stimulates the anterior pituitary to secrete more GH, means it has a positive effect. GHRH is one of the hypothalamic hormone. It has a positive impact on anterior pituitary, means this hormone helps the anterior pituitary to secrete more growth hormone or more STH hormone. But at the same time, another hypothalamic hormone, that is GHIH, growth hormone inhibiting hormone, or also known as somatostatin hormone, it has a negative impact on this hormone, means it has a negative impact. That means this inhibiting hormone reduces the amount of growth hormone or STH hormone. So once again I summarize. From hypothalamus, 2 hormones are secreted, GHRH or growth hormone releasing hormone, or also known as somatokinin. Second one is the GHIH or growth hormone inhibiting hormone or somatostatin. Okay, this releasing hormone has a positive impact on this anterior pituitary hormone, means growth hormone. GHRH hormone helps in increase of the secretion of GH hormone, but GHIH hormone has a negative impact on this hormone, means it reduces the secretion of growth hormone or somatotropic hormone. Now clear how these 2 hormones regulate the secretion of growth hormone. First hormone or this hormone increase the secretion of growth hormone or stimulate the anterior pituitary to secrete more GH hormone, but this inhibiting hormone reduces this secretion. Clear? Now this anterior pituitary hormone means the growth hormone, where it acts, means it, what is its target organs? It doesn't has a particular target organs. It acts on muscle cells, liver, bone, okay, and the connective tissues. Growth hormone acts on these cells. Okay, when these hormones act on these cells, as a response, these cells secrete another hormone that is called insulin like growth factor, and this growth factor or IGF helps in the growth of our body, means physiological growth. So growth hormone or STH hormone acts on these target organs, specifically muscle, liver, bone and connective tissue, and from these parts insulin like growth factors are released, and this IGF acts on these cells and helps in the physiological growth of our body. Okay, means IGF acts on these cells and helps in the physiological growth. In our body, how growth occurs, now I will discuss. For growth, increase blood glucose level. For growth, we have to increase the blood glucose level. But how blood glucose level is increased? See, actually this insulin-like growth factor helps in the growth. How it helps? Just see. In our liver, some deposited glycogens are there. Okay, now this glycogen is broken down and formed glucose in the blood capillaries. Through the process, glycogenolysis. Not only the glycogen, lipid or stored fat are also there. It also breaks down and formed glucose. Gluconeogenesis through the process. So, IGF or insulin-like growth factor helps in growth. How? By increasing blood glucose level. And how the blood glucose level increased? By these two ways. One is the glycogenolysis. Second one is the gluconeogenesis. Means deposited glycogen and deposited fats are broken down and glucose level in the blood increased. But another one is the growth also occurs through proteogenesis, means through the formation of protein. Okay, but not proteolysis. Proteolysis means breakdown of protein. No, breakdown of protein doesn't occur. For growth, we need proteogenesis process, means the formation of protein. So this is the way through which IGF helps in the physiological growth of our body. So once again, I summarize the process, summarize the whole thing. Anterior pituitary released growth hormone. Growth hormone secretion is stimulated by these two hypothalamic hormone. One, GHRH hormone, it has a positive impact, means it helps in secretion of this hormone. Second one is the GHIH hormone. It reduces the secretion of this hormone. Okay. Growth hormone acts on muscle, liver, bone marrow, bone, connective tissues. Okay. And these cells release insulin-like growth factors or IGF, which helps in ultimate growth and development of our body. Okay. So among the 9 hypothalamic hormones, already we have discussed about these 2 hypothalamic hormones. And among the 6 plus 1, 7 pituitary hormones, we have discussed 1 pituitary hormone. Clear? Now come to the second hormone. Second hormone is that PRL hormone or prolactin hormone, which is secreted from the anterior pituitary. Means it is also an anterior pituitary hormone. Prolactin hormone is stimulated by again the 2 hormone, that is PRH, means prolactin releasing hormone. Second one is that PIH, prolactin inhibiting hormone. This is also called dopamine or actually dopamine also is a neurotransmitter which is secreted from neuron. So it is a hormone as well as a neurotransmitter. Okay, so PRH or prolactin releasing hormone has a positive impact on this hormone, means this releasing hormone helps in the secretion of prolactin hormone, but at the same time PIH hormone reduces the secretion of prolactin hormone. Okay, that means prolactin hormone is stimulated or the secretion of prolactin hormone is regulated by these 2 hypothalamic hormone. So among the 7 hypothalamic hormone, again here 2, means total 4 hypothalamic hormones we have already discussed. Now prolactin hormone. What is its target organ? Prolactin hormone acts on the mammary gland. Prolactin hormone, where it acts? It acts on mammary gland. In the mammary gland, there are some specific part that is called alveoli. See, these are the alveoli. Okay. Within this, prolactin hormone helps to produce milk. It helps in the milk production. Okay, and these milks in lactating mother get stored in the lumen of this alveoli. See, these are the alveoli cells. In the lumen of this alveoli, milks get stored. So prolactin hormone's function is to produce milk and the milk gets stored in the lumen. Okay, but not milk ejection. Only helps in production. Actually, milk ejection are in milk ejection process, oxytocin hormone helps. Oxytocin hormone is also called love hormone, which is secreted from posterior pituitary gland, not from anterior pituitary gland. We will discuss it later. Okay, so milk produced and gets stored in the lumen of the alveoli by the action of prolactin hormone. But oxytocin hormone or the love hormone actually helps in milk ejection in lactating mother. So clear everyone, the second pituitary hormone, that is prolactin, which is stimulated by the two hormone, releasing hormone PRH and inhibiting hormone, that is PIH. Clear? Third one is that pituitary hormone, melanocyte stimulating hormone or MSH. Actually, this hormone is not secreted from anterior pituitary. This is released from pars intermedia. Pars intermedia means in the previous class we have discussed that during the fetus condition, pars intermedia part is prominent, but in adult it has been disappeared or not prominent. But from this part, actually melanocyte stimulating hormone is released. Again, this and pituitary hormone is regulated by two hormone. Same as one has the positive effect, second one has the negative impact. So MRH or melanocyte stimulating hormone releasing hormone, MIH melanocyte stimulating hormone inhibiting hormone. Same. This releasing hormone helps in the secretion of melanocyte stimulating hormone or MSH hormone, whereas MIH hormone or melanocyte inhibiting hormone reduces the level of melanocyte stimulating hormone. So one has the releasing hormone has the positive impact on this hormone, and it has negative impact. Same. Okay. Now the question is that what is the function of melanocyte stimulating hormone, or what is its target organ? MSH hormone acts on melanocyte cells. Melanocyte cells are specific cells which are present in our skin, which helps to release melanin or the synthesis of melanin pigment, which is responsible for our color of our hair, eyelashes. Okay, so melanocyte stimulating hormone has a positive impact on melanocyte cells, means it stimulates the melanocyte cells to secrete melanin, to release melanin. So this is the function of MRH hormone or melanocyte stimulating hormone. Clear? Next one is the next anterior pituitary hormone is that thyroid stimulating hormone, also called TSH hormone or thyrotropin. It is secreted from actually thyrotrop cells of anterior pituitary. From thyrotrops. See here, thyrotrop cells. These thyrotrop cells secrete this thyroid stimulating hormone or TSH hormone. This is also called thyrotropin hormone. Same as, again, this thyroid stimulating hormone is regulated by TRH hormone. But see, here one is the releasing hormone, one is the inhibiting hormone. Here also one is the releasing hormone, one is the inhibiting hormone. But in case of thyroid stimulating hormone, there is only one hormone that is secreted from hypothalamus, and that is the thyrotropin releasing hormone or TRH hormone. Okay, that means it helps in the secretion of thyroid stimulating hormone. That means this hormone stimulate the anterior pituitary to secrete TSH hormone. But now you have a question that in case of the previous anterior hormones, one is the releasing hormone which helps in the secretion, and second one is the inhibiting hormone that inhibits the secretion. But here only one releasing hormone, no inhibiting hormone secreted from hypothalamus. Then who will control its over secretion? See, first, thyrotropin releasing hormone or TRH hormone helps in the secretion of TSH hormone. Okay, this hormone acts on the thyroid gland, means target organ is thyroid gland. Now thyroid gland secretes as a response thyroid hormones. Clear? So TRH hormones stimulates on anterior pituitary, and anterior pituitary secrete TSH hormone. It acts on thyroid gland, and thyroid gland release thyroid hormones. But now the important point is that when the level of thyroid hormones are increased, okay, then they create a negative impact on thyroid stimulating hormone also as well as on TRH hormone. Means when the thyroid hormones level are increased, what they do, these hormones acts on TRH hormone, means it inhibit the secretion of TRH hormone. This hormone, this sign shows means when it is in a high level. When thyroid hormones are in high level, they inhibit the secretion of TRH hormone as well as they inhibit the secretion of TSH hormone. This is called negative feedback. Okay, we have found that there are no hypothalamic hormones that can regulate TSH hormone. See, thyroid hormone itself regulates the secretion of TSH hormone. Clear? So among the hypothalamic hormone, how many hormones we have already discussed? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hormones we have already completed. Clear? Now adrenocorticotropic hormone or ACTH hormone or corticotropin hormone. This is also secreted from corticotrop cells of pituitary gland or anterior pituitary. Okay, who will control this? It is controlled by corticotropin releasing hormone. Okay, this releasing hormone stimulate the anterior pituitary to secrete this hormone, means it helps in the secretion of ACTH hormone. That's why I have shown here positive. Same. Here also there is no inhibiting hormone. But first see, CRH hormone or corticotropin releasing hormone helps in the secretion of adrenocorticotropic hormone. Okay, ACTH hormone now stimulates adrenal gland. Mainly adrenal gland means a gland which is located just above the kidney. And this has two cells, outer cortex, inner medulla. So this ACTH hormone actually acts on the outer cortex region of adrenal gland. ACTH hormone helps in the secretion. ACTH hormone acts on adrenal gland, and adrenal gland mainly on the outer cortex region, and this outer cortex releases cortisol. There are so many hormones are released, but cortisol is a major hormone. So once again I repeat, CRH hormone helps in the secretion of ACTH hormone. ACTH hormone acts on the adrenal gland's cortex region, and cortex region released cortisol hormone. Okay, when the level of cortisol is high or increased, when this level is increased, this inhibit the secretion of corticotropin as well as it inhibits the secretion of CRH hormone. Same as we have found in thyroid stimulating hormone. This is called negative feedback. So as there are no inhibiting factors directly secreted from hypothalamus, here also inhibiting hormones are there, here also inhibiting hormones are there, but in these two cases there are no inhibiting hormones that is secreted from hypothalamus. So that's why the negative feedback mechanism has been found here in these two cases. Clear? The last hormone that is secreted from anterior pituitary, that is gonadotropin. Gonadotropins are of two types. FSH means follicle stimulating hormone, and LH hormone means luteinizing hormone. These two hormones or these gonadotropins are secreted from the gonadotrop cells of anterior pituitary. Who will regulate these hormones? These two hormones or gonadotropins are regulated by gonadotropin releasing hormone or GnRH hormone. This is a hypothalamic hormone, means secreted from hypothalamus. It helps in the secretion of gonadotropin, means it stimulates the anterior pituitary to secrete more gonadotropin. Now gonadotropin means two hormone, FSH, LH. Both FSH and LH acts on testis in male and ovary in female. Okay. Upon stimulation, testis secreted testosterone, the main male sex hormones, and ovary secrete the estrogen hormone. So we will discuss in detail about these hormones, but main function, follicle stimulating hormone and LH hormone acts on the testis, ovary, means these are the target organs. As a result, testis and ovary secrete the male and female respective sex hormones. Again, see, here is no inhibiting hormones. Here also hypothalamus secrete only one gonadotropin releasing hormone, no inhibiting hormones are there. So who will inhibit their secretion? See, as well as again here, when the testosterone and estrogen level becomes high, okay, they inhibit the secretion of gonadotropins, means FSH/LH, as well as they inhibit the secretion of GnRH hormone. Okay, so when these two hormones are in higher concentration, both of these two inhibit the secretion of gonadotropins as well as inhibit the secretion of GnRH hormone. Again, negative feedback mechanism has been found. So now just see, from hypothalamic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 hormones are secreted. These are the hypothalamic hormones. And from anterior pituitary, total we have found 6 hormones, and from pars intermedia region 1 hormone, that is MSH. Okay, so this is the summary of the hypothalamic hormones as well as the pituitary hormones. Clear? Okay, so go through the video lecture and follow the notes. Thank you.